Is that, are you going with a solid plan? Is that by feel, how you make that work, or what's your philosophy on that?
You want to have a plan. You want to make sure the players are familiar with the plan. So everything we do is pretty calculated. So if that's the direction we go, then it's going to be very mapped out and defined for the players. Very little off the cuff or by feel of it.
How often have you done that? Several times?
Yeah, several. I'd say several. I mean, I'd have to go back at one experience. There was a couple quarterbacks rotating through. I can think of 2 instances in my career where we played 2 quarterbacks.
And what's the biggest difference for you as a play caller or a position coach that way?
Well, as a play caller, it won't change. And I think Gary spoke very clearly that both guys are fully functional in all elements of the offense. So really, very little would change. Joel has strengths, Tanner has strengths, so you can tilt it a little bit towards his strengths. And but they're both very averse in what we're doing, and I feel real confident with where they are within the scheme right now.
Andy, where did Tanner make his biggest strides from day one in camp to where we are now?
I think the biggest stride was made from practice 15 in spring through practice 1 in fall camp. That's where there was tremendous growth and just the full-time exposure to offense, and made big strides. But then hard to pinpoint last 4 or 5 days of camp, and I know sometimes the scrimmage reps and that stuff's not always as clean as you want it to be, but you've been very productive.
What LSU's defense jumps out when you look at their front?
Athleticism, and speed. They got a very good scheme. They put their players in a position to play fast, and it's a talented group.
Are their ends the key to that front right now, given their relative inexperience on the interior?
I think they're counting on those experienced players, and they're good players. They're really good players off the edge, and we gotta account for them in different ways and know where this guy is on one play and another on another play. So but they do a nice job.
Against South Carolina, it looked like, if I remember correctly, Clowney was over Tyler the whole game, or pretty much. Do they flip-flop these two ends?
They do.
So they
do.
keep
We
you
see them.
guessing?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You look for, hey, I got it, and then you put on another game, and they're on the other side. So you got to have a plan.
Okay. Let me ask Gary about the challenge in going against a team that has so many first-year players and guys you haven't really seen necessarily on film. Is that what kind of challenge does that present for you?
Well, it's a first game challenge that you face every year, because you spend all your time watching last year's film, but that guy's gone, that guy's gone, that guy's gone, and I saw his backup play a handful of snaps, and then number 18's gone, the new guy's number's this, so you're trying to just battle all the semantics there. So there's some challenges, but whether it's young players or just players that are getting the opportunity to start for the first time, there's always challenges in game one.
Have you crossed paths with their D coordinator much?
I have not. I have. This will be my first.
Okay.
This will be my first.
When you look at what he does on tape, what is the one thing that jumps out at you? Not so much about the players, but the scheme and things like that.
The players are very confident in the scheme and comfortable. So, again, I don't know him, but you can see it on tape that he's putting them in a position to play with confidence, which allows him to play fast and with violence. And so I got a lot of respect for him and Coach Miles, the whole state of Louisiana.
Andy, regardless of who comes out there as quarterback first series, how aware do you or they have to be of the moment? Big crowd, big opponent.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you talk to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the first thing you'll lose is all the 28, 29 practices of fundamentals, because you get caught up and your adrenaline's pumping, and whether you've started 18 games or this is your first game as a starter, it's all the same. So you got to just make sure, and Coach Anderson does a great job with his approach. You're never too high, never too low. Just it's got to be a workmanlike approach, especially at the quarterback position.
Along those lines, do you have a preference about letting your guy see the defense on the field first and get him kind of soak things in first, or do you want him on the field right away, or does it matter?
Yeah, that's why they flip the coin. I mean,
yeah, but if Gary wins, he gets to make that call.
Yeah, we go on defense.
Okay.
We go on defense.
So would you like that?
I'm good. Yeah,
okay.
I'm good. I've done it both ways, and it's the head coach's preference.